Hello and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo, where you join us here again in rainy Glen Zoo, the zoo that we started back in episode 1 with the exhibit animals, and I've let a little bit of time go past, not too much if I'm being honest, because I wanted to jump straight back in and get on with another episode. All I've done off camera is a bit of research, a bit of training, and I've added in a few of these ATMs because people were complaining about not having enough money, so now they can get money out for free. And what I'd like to work on as soon as it becomes daytime is I'd like to start working on this entrance area. I'd like to sort of build the corridor up here. And I'm going to keep working on this as well. As you can see, all the research is complete here, and now we're working on the many viruses. And also the mechanics research is working on the classic theme. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a start to things just now. What I'd like to do is, are these? They're just a bit too narrow with that one. So yeah, it's the same. That is a shame. And we're going to marry new and old with this one. With this entranceway. Is that a 4-meter wall? Ooh, I like that. It's very pretty. And by that what I mean is, like it kind of lines up with that one next to it, is I'm going to, I'm not going to have one of those there though. What else can we have? Let's go for, like just a wall. I can live with that. But is it lined up with this path? That's what we need to know. One of those there, and one of those there. Now we can get our glass walls in using the grid building method here. Let's rotate that around there. And now what I'd like to do is get some pillars in. This one specifically. It's a bit shorter than I thought it was going to be. That's fine. Set back slightly. I have a very clear vision for what this is meant to look like in my head as to whether or not it will end. That's not what I wanted. As to whether or not it ends up looking like that in the end is another matter. I need something that's a little bit, there's that, but it's the wrong color. I don't think I can change the color on that either. No. Let's go back to all. There is, well, I suppose that is the right one. Is there a smaller variant of that? That is, I suppose I could do 2 of these. I'll stick with 1. That's what we'll do. We'll stick with 1. That one that is not where it should be. And then I'd like to go for another one of these right here. In fact, let's undo that. No. Can I maybe just select those? Obviously not. I'll have to rebuild them. That's fine. And it was that. Over here I want this short one like that. And then if we go for structural props, one of these. too wide. Wish it was. Let's see. Does that line up? Did I eyeball that right? Not a million miles away. Let's bring that down ever so slightly. Now, I know that this is not a ruined version of one of these, but it looks similar enough, and that's kind of the idea I'm going for. The idea is to sort of have like a unfinished looking one. Up here, I would quite like some kind of curved roof section that isn't enormous. I'm not opposed to the idea of that, providing that this section matches up properly. It does not. That one does. Out to there. And there. And then we need another two of these. Like so. I quite like how that looks. Obviously we need more supports and things, but we'll get to that. So I'm not opposed to I almost eyeballed where they were supposed to go. Not opposed to just having one of these like that. And then taking one of the columns and rotating it. Back this way. Let's have it look like it's sort of like that. Let's get rid of all that. Looks like it's fallen over in my head. And we'll just get another one of these there and there, because these are actually kind of important ones. And let's select both of these. And sort of centralize it a bit. Same as over here, these are a bit off. About there. And then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate these and place it right there. I'm aware that the majority of things are floating, so I need to put like a rim around the edge here. How does this look? Bit bigger than I was expecting. Feel free to add your "that's what she said" comments down below. I don't know if yeah, wall's a bit. Is there a block? I mean, on the front here, I plan on having like a bit of a sign type deal going on anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what everything. Something like that would be quite cool, but again, unnecessary. Same with these. That's way too big. Yeah, that would almost work. But I'd rather have... Dude, that would have been perfect if it was the right color. That's for our corner. Let's see. I don't really want to put an eave on them. It would work, but I'm not necessarily going for a full Indian theme here. I just like those columns. Although I do have to admit, that does look quite cool. It's the same thing, but longer. Just a wooden beam would work. I can work something out with that, I suppose. I'll build something up here and I'll come back when I've got that done. Okay guys, much time later. I kept time elapsing, if you will. I put the sign up. It's not the best backing in the world, but it serves a purpose, and I might change it in the future, but I just wanted to get something up there, kind of entranceway built. Not 100% happy how it looks, but I can hide a lot of this with like vegetation and things like that. One's squinting, and I do like the roof. I've got some lights on the go inside. I think it's getting dark. Yes, it's getting dark, so we should see some of these lights turn on. Or is it morning? I have no idea. But if we go in here about these information sections here, put some benches down, and what I've done here is made it look like this one isn't quite finished. No particular reason why, I just felt like it. I'll turn the light off and see if these lights gonna turn on. I mean, I guess they are actually. They're just too close. That's a shame. I have to work on that. Maybe when I build this whole structure up here, we can maybe sort something there. But what I'd like to do now is I'd like to make a start on. Actually, you know what? Let's work on these vendors, because we can do that fairly quickly. It's. I'm almost tempted to go for this like modern look, but I'm not sure if I actually like it. I mean, I'm not opposed to the limestone look. It's just a bit bland. That looks like it would melt your face off in any kind of heat. Painted brick, that might not be too bad. I think I can work with that actually. Be nice if it was daytime. Let's get both these done front and back. These are just going to be little self-contained things. I'm not sure if I can actually change the color of the paint on these or not. Cool if I could. And then I want there and there, there and there. Now let's get some roofs on here. I'm personally a fan of. Let's see if we get a better look at these. So it just looks a bit tatty. I like the tiled roofs. Makes it straight up look like a shed. That's stands out. Yeah, we'll go for them. Why not? You won't miss them, that's for sure. Alright, let's get the do they have matching eaves, I wonder? That's for corners. I guess not. That's not the right angle. That one's worse. There we go. And there. Now let's get some kind of shop front on the go. What is that? It's very bright. It's very, very, very plain. I can't say I dislike that. Oh, we'll just go for them. They're clean. And we'll get... I like the idea of using a mix of styles. Can I get that lower? I guess right about at the point before it jumps away from the wall would probably be the best one. But I almost want it to look like we've repurposed some of these buildings. We've got wall decorations. Anything interesting? I've got my doubts. Let's get some basic lights up because I do like to have some lights on my shops. Guess I don't have any particularly good ones just now. Something like that. Just nice clean lights. These should emit a decent amount of light out onto the path as well. Signs. This one's a chief beef, I believe. And this one is a gulpy soda. Isn't it? Yes. Where's the gulpy soda signs? I feel like I can't see them for looking at them. There. There we go. Bit of more decoration to this. As you can see, we're up to £14,000 now. I have completely abandoned the exhibit aminos. Aminos? That's a word. It's new. I invented it. I've completely abandoned them while I was doing that, so it'd be worth having a look. Oh. My Titan Vetoes appear to have died. Right, we have too many in here. Let's get rid of those. Let's get a couple more Titan Beetles. Let's go any species and then Titan Beetle. We can only get females. But we'll get both. Why not? Doesn't hurt to have two of them, and let's trade out those. Oh no! We'll have to keep an eye on this to see if we can get a male Titan Beetle. Nothing there just now, but that's fine. And what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse where I build this up. I built something very similar to this just the other day, in fact, and I know kind of what I want. But let's do a bit of admin stuff first. Let's get you working on barriers. Vet research is complete. Might as well get them working on something rather than sat there with their thumbs up their arses. Get those conservation credits. We're up to 1,410 conservation credits now. So we got a thing here. What do we get? Breed exhibit. Animal. Aminal. I can't even remember what I said now. Was it aminal? Something like that. But let's get this built. This is going to be fairly expensive, to be fair. But let's get on with it. I'll do a bit of a time lapse, and I'll see you guys at the other side of it. Okay guys, that took almost an hour, so I'm glad to actually have that finished now. Yeah, I've got all the barriers done in that time. Let's get you working on Arctic theme, sure, well, why not? Vet research will be completed as well, of course, so you can go and work on swine fever. I have had a look at all of our exhibit animals and traded out the ones that were causing overcrowding and things like that, but of course this was the focal point of the time lapse that we just did there. I don't know if it was clear in the videos, but I like to embed some corrugated metal into the wall to make it look a bit like shutters, because I mean it's staff areas, you'd assume that there's some level of security, and I originally covered this area up. I'm just gonna move this down slightly. I originally covered like this door up, which probably made my staff very mad for a little while, and I've coloured all of these shutters to represent the areas, and I've added a third floor on here, completely fake of course, and went for just a felt roof because the idea behind it is it's you can imagine that the roof would have collapsed at some point and the zoo would have fixed it. I'm not 100% pleased with this. Some of it looks a bit, well, I mean, it's straight up floating. I'll probably come back off camera and fix that, or maybe we just don't look at it too closely, one or the other. But all in, I think we've had quite a good episode. We're up to 37,500, and we still haven't got our first animal yet. Originally, I was saying we're going to put our first animal here. We are going to have an animal here, but it won't be our first one. Or will it? Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Let's have our first animal here. Not today though. What did we do? Breed exhibit species. Yeah, we'll have our first animal here, but not right now. As soon as we have the money, what I am going to do is I'm going to get a water treatment plant, and I'd really like it to work under here. This. See, yeah, it's because that path's being stupid again. Let's just bring this path out an amount. There we go. That is connected, still connected, right there. And paths. Let's just get rid of all this excess. That's exactly what I'm after. A nice little curve there. Go away. A nice little curve there. Now, I think it's time that we. That tree's probably finer actually. Where's the trees that I moved? These. It's time we probably put a couple of these back over this side. Not there though. We'll put that one right there. Yes, okay, just go away. Here, let's grab all of them. Something like that. Let's move this one to there. I like how that looks. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, I think with that distance it should be, I'm pretty sure that the guest happiness is fine all the way up to the path. Yeah, the path is here, so yeah, no problem at all. Now, some of the keen-eyed or eared among you will notice I haven't put speakers down on here. I will, but not just now. Another Titan beetle died. What's wrong with your exhibit? Cleanliness. There's a few in here. Pregnant and old. That's not ideal. Let's send those ones away. This one. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. And the next thing I'm going to do is duplicate this and plop it there. £18,000 gone just like that. But we now have our next set of exhibit animals in. Ooh, and a VIP guest. It's me. I wish I didn't tell you about yourself. Vet research is complete. Cool. Did I get the barriers done? I did. Cool. Yeah, so in the next episode, what I want to focus on is our first animal out here. I have hinted at what that animal will be because I'm recording this episode right after the last one. Level 5 vet for you. Just plows through the research. I did hint in this episode what that first animal is going to be, and it's going to be a doozy. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. We'll work on that in the next episode. Between episodes, what I'll do is I'll try and fill up these exhibits, and I'll maybe build a little something here in the kind of castle style, fill this whole square up. Because I actually want the guests to flow down at the back of here. In fact, what am I going to I change my mind as I'm talking. What I'm going to do is align to grid, fill those in at the back there because I want the path to be out this way. Put something here and something here, maybe some more shops or something once we have them. Or maybe we'll just have a nice little seating area. Or I might just leave it as open courtyard. Or build something out. Let me know what we should do with these bits of space. There's effectively 6 tiles on either side there that are currently unplanned for. So let me know in the comment section what we should do with them. And yeah, I'm going to call this episode here. Don't know how long this episode's actually going to turn out to be. I've been recording for quite some time. But yeah, I'm going to get off the computer for a while. Have a well-deserved break. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can, of course, subscribe. And links to Discord and Twitter will both be in the description. I am on both of those things fairly often. I'm on Discord almost all the time. You can always leave me a comment down below. I read all the comments. And the other thing we need names for these shops. So if you have any names for any of these shops, drop them in the comments. But thank you all very kindly for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.